Hosted by Matt Riches. $1 trillion tickers.
Watch the market unfold.
$1 trillion tickers.
Turn the data to gold.
$1 trillion tickers.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is May 5th, 2026. We already did the pre-market briefing, and now this is the market open show. The market is going to open in 5 minutes, y'all. So let's get into it. We're heading into a bullish open because the Nasdaq 100 hit all-time highs here in the pre-market. And at 7 a.m., we do have a lot of data coming out. We have ISM Services PMI. We have JOLTS Job Openings. And we have new home sales. So that could cause some volatility. So be aware of that. I track the charts, give the breaking news, and map the levels so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. All right. Before we move to the charts, let's lock in the mindset with our mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I'm the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right. Now, let's check out some earnings that we had yesterday. We had Palantir. Palantir, they beat on earnings by 18.9%, beat on revenue by 5.8%. We had Semiconductor. They beat on earnings by 4.4%, beat on revenue by 1.7%. And Grab, they missed on earnings by 153%, beat on revenue by 3.6%. But they actually ran up a lot here since yesterday. In the pre-market, we had Shopify. Beat on the earnings and revenue by 2%. It dropped a lot since those numbers came out. We had PayPal beat on earnings by 5.5%, beat on revenue by 3.7%, and it also fell in the pre-market. And then we had Pfizer. They beat on earnings by 4%, beat on revenue by 4.4%. It ran up and pulled back. After market close, we have AMD, ANET, and MicroStrategies. All right. Next, let's get into Robert Greene's daily law for this morning. Okay. True creativity comes from the ability to shift perspectives rather than staying locked into one viewpoint. Most people limit themselves by interpreting situations only one way, which prevents them from seeing alternative opportunities. The advantage comes from remaining flexible and adjusting your perspective as new information develops. When it comes to long-term investing, markets evolve and narratives can change quickly based on new data and conditions. Investors who succeed long-term are those who can reassess and adjust their positioning as the environment shifts. Staying flexible allows you to align with where the capital is moving rather than where it used to be. When it comes to day trading, at the open, price action can shift quickly as new information approaches. Traders who stay locked into the pre-market bias often get caught when the move changes direction. The edge comes from adjusting in real time and trading what is happening, not what you expect. All right, before we get into the bell, stay patient, stay disciplined. Execution over emotion, process over prediction. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. We got about 30 seconds before the market opens, y'all. Breathe easy, yo. Breathe easy. Where's my news at?
Hosted by Matt Richards.
What the heck? What the heck is going on here? I don't know. Market open, market open, market open. The market is open. May 5th, 2026. Happy Cinco de Mayo. 6:30 a.m. The market is open. Let's get into it. All right, let's check out SPY. SPY is up over 0.5% at 721.98. 99. Is it going to hit 722? Yes. QQQ just hit all-time highs at the open, y'all. Let me move that all-time high up there. Here we go. All right. QQQ is up almost 1% at 678.34. The VIX is still dropping at 1751, now 1740. It just gapped down. All right. NVIDIA is down a little bit at 198.20. Google is up 1%. Google just hit an all-time high, y'all. The all-time high for Google is now 388.30, y'all. All right. Apple. We got Apple barely over break even at 276.91. Microsoft is up over 0.5% at 416.11. Amazon is up 1.5% at 276.11. Amazon just hit all-time high at the market open. Two juice. Calm down, man. Calm down. All right, next, TSM is down fractionally at 401.11. AVGO is up 1.41% at 422.30. Meta is barely under break even at 610.55. Tesla is up 1.5% at 398.44. Walmart is barely over break even at 130.40. And Berkshire B is down fractionally at 467.88. All right, let's check our market caps for our $1 trillion tickers. NVIDIA, the most valuable company in the world, 4.83 trillion. Google, 4.63 trillion. Apple, 4.07 trillion. Microsoft, 3.09 trillion. Amazon, 2.97 trillion. TSM, 2.08 trillion. AVGO, 1.99 trillion. Meta, 1.55 trillion. Tesla, 1.49 trillion. Walmart, 1.04 trillion. Samsung, 1.03 trillion. Berkshire B, 1.0009 trillion. Let's go. All right, let's check out some of these other tickers we like to look at on the show. All right, we got SPX, the S&P 500 index. It is up over 0.5% at 7,240. The NAS 100 is hitting all-time highs, baby. Let's go. I hope you invested in technology because we're hitting all-time highs. Let me move this all-time high up here right quick. Oh, I'm on a 30-minute time frame. Let me move to the 5-minute time frame. It's a lot easier to see these numbers. There we go. The Dow Jones, Pam Bondi. Y'all remember Pam Bondi, y'all? She said, what about the Dow Jones? It hit 50,000. They ain't got shit to do with shit. What's that? 49,131. Oh, man, I hope I didn't cuss too loud. Because last time they tried to tell me, since you cussed, only 18 and up can listen to this show. They put a little thing on my episode. I was like, man, I don't even cuss that much, bro. I was probably just juiced. Anyway, Next, all right, Dow Jones ETF is up almost 0.5% at 491.60. The VIX is still dropping, y'all. The VIX is still dropping. Run it up. Run it up. Let's go. Check out your accounts today. That thing running. All right. We got a 10-year Treasury yield note. Note yield, I mean. It's up 4.42. Gold. Gold is up over 1% at $4,580 an ounce. The Gold Mini Shares Trust is up to $90.57. Silver is up almost 1%. Copper Miners ETF is up almost 3%. AMD, who has earnings after the market close, is up 1.5%. Bitcoin is at 81,464. IBIT is at $46.19. It's up almost 2%. Ethereum slowly climbing, y'all. It's up almost 2% at $2,392. BMNR is up almost 1.5%. Palantir is down almost 3%. Ooh. At 142. Might it be time to buy some Palantir shares? Okay, gap filled. Let me delete this gap. Give me a second, y'all. It might be time to buy some Palantir shares. Let me see what kind of discount we're on right now. Let me see what's going on with this chart. Okay, so the all-time high is 207.52. It tried to break this diagonal trend line, our daily resistance trend line. It just gapped down. It was above it yesterday before earnings. It did have a wonderful earnings, but it did gap down. Okay. Let's see what type of discount we are on. Ooh, 31% off all-time highs, y'all. That's a good buy. That's a good buy. So I've been thinking about buying Palantir. It's definitely not a forever hold, just because, yeah, I mean, I already got too many positions in my portfolio. But as a trade, I think I like it. I'm not going to buy it right now, but yeah, I'm still thinking about Palantir, man. Let me see. If it come down to 130, y'all, I got this 130.70 level. Actually, let me extend our diagonal trend line here. Here we go. Once it comes down to our, not 119, y'all, not 119. Ooh, hey, but that would be good, right? If it break this 130, it come down to this 119, our diagonal daily support trend line, which is also our 119.90. There's the entry, y'all. Big discount. How much discount is that going to be? Give me a second, people. I don't know if y'all, if you got Palantir in your account, put some 42% off. Ooh, yeah, we gonna have to buy it then. All right, excuse my Palantir break, y'all. Let's get back to it. Robinhood is in the gap. It's at 77.59 right now. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index, see what we got. We had 62 on the Fear and Greed. Okay, let's check out some ETFs we like to look at on the show. IWM, you know what that is, the Russell 2000. IWM just hit all-time highs, y'all. SPYM is up 0.5%. QQQM is up almost 1%. SPYG is up. SPYG just hit all-time high, y'all. That's why you gotta invest in the market. The market might crash. We might go through recessions. We might go through a financial crisis, but it always makes its way back to all-time highs, y'all. SOXL just hit all-time highs, y'all. It has never not came back to all-time highs, so you should definitely be invested in the market. If not for yourself, for your kids. It's called a custodial account. You can just invest for them and let them benefit if you don't want to benefit yourself. T triple Qs is up almost 3%. SOXL, oh my God, but another all-time high. SOXL. Oh my God. Home run for the chip stocks, bro. Home run for the chip stocks. Even the chip ETFs. SMH, $517, y'all. All-time high today. SOXX, all-time high today. $474. Hope you invested in technology. Hope you invested in chip stocks. Just incredible, y'all. XLG. Is this at all-time highs too? Nope. XLG is up almost 0.5%. Look, all these ETFs is green, y'all. The ISM 30 is up almost 0.5%. Ooh, SPYI is up almost 0.5%. QQQI. I got 8 cents before I sell this shit. Sell this stuff, y'all. I only got it in one more account. I already sold all the other ones. Had I held, I would have made a little bit more profit, but man, I had to get out. I was down for too long. 7 cents to go, y'all. I'm gonna check back on that later. All right, let's check out the heat map. Check out the heat map. Where we at? See a lot of red in this section of tech. I see a lot of green. See a lot of gray over here. A lot of gray and red. Let's check out the sectors. What we got? Oh yeah, we got some red sectors though. We definitely got some red sectors. When it comes to the sectors, technology is in the lead, almost 1.5% to the upside. XLY is up 1%. Communications is down 0.25%. Energy is down fractionally. Financials is down almost 0.25%. Healthcare is barely under break even. Just turned green. Consumer staples is down 0.25%. Utilities is up 0.25%. XLI is up 0.33%. And materials is up over 0.5%. The real estate investment sector is barely under break even. All right. Let's get into some news, y'all. Let's get into some news. All right. Let's check out some news. See what we got. Oh, this was so crazy. Y'all. Let me read this right quick. A 28-year-old paid $18,000 to fake 4 million customers and sold the lie to JP Morgan for $175 million. Charlie Gervais founded Frank in 2017, a platform that helped college students apply for financial aid. In 2019, she was on Forbes 30 Under 30 and being courted by major banks. In 2021, JP Morgan offered to acquire Frank for $175 million, but wanted proof Frank actually had 4 million customers before signing. Javis pushed back, citing privacy concerns over student data. Then she paid a data science professor $18,000 to generate a synthetic list of 4.25 million fake student names, complete with fake emails, fake birth dates, and fake income levels. JP Morgan signed the check. Gervais was made a managing director at the bank, overseeing student products at Chase. She personally walked away with millions in stocks and bonuses. Months later, JP Morgan tried to send marketing emails to Frank's 4 million customers. More than 70% bounced, of course, because they were fake. Frank actually had fewer than 300,000 real users. an engineering director, testified that the week before the deal closed, Javice asked him to help fabricate the customer numbers. He refused. She told him, "We don't want to end up in orange jumpsuits." She was convicted on all 4 counts of fraud and conspiracy in March 2025, sentenced to 85 months in federal prison in September 2025, ordered to repay $287 million, more than the original deal was worth. JP Morgan was forced to pay her $115 million legal bill because the acquisition contract required it. Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, said the whole thing was a huge mistake. The judge told the bank that they had to blame themselves for not checking before signing. JP Morgan paid $175 million for the company, then $115 million for the lawyers. Then $287 million in restitution. No. She has to pay $287 in restitution. So they messed up on that part of the article. But can you believe that shit, bro? Can you believe that shit? This lady right here in the brown jacket, she finessed JP Morgan out of $100 million. And all it cost her was $18,000. So, and she made it on Forbes 30 under 30. So they didn't do their research either. So you talk about a flip, but she is going to jail for 85 months. But she turned 18,000 into over 100 million. So, man, just incredible story, y'all. And just think, they didn't even do no research. It was like, oh, sure, we'll give you 100 million. No biggie. Crazy, y'all. I thought that was crazy. All right, next. We got a quick quote from Tom Lee, y'all. Check it out.
Whether it's in tech, healthcare, or financial services or fintech, that's really U.S. companies. And I think there was an argument the U.S. PE should derate, but the war has exposed that the U.S. multiple should be going up.
Really? So that could be accounting. We could get both earnings and multiple expansion this year?
Yes, I think once we're through, this is still going to be a very tricky year because we have a new Fed chair coming in the market. It's going to test that Fed chair. But once we get through that subsequent turbulence, we are probably entering, an 18 to 24 month period that might be one of the best we've ever seen in our life.
Ooh. One of the best we've seen in our life. The next 18 to 24 months. Ooh, let's go, Tom Lee. I know you crazy bullish. And you be talking crazy numbers with Bitcoin and Ethereum, but hey, you crazy tech boy, let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. All right, next I got a quick clip from Peter Lynch. Check it out.
All you can lose, if you put $1,000 in a stock, all you can lose is $1,000. I've done that several times. And but if you're right, you can make $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. So this business, you don't have to be right 1 out of 2 times. You can be right 1 out of 4. It's a long time. The times you're right, you know the company's doing well, you know they're doing a great job, and you add to it, or at least you don't sell it, which is a terrible tragedy. So you can make more money on the upside. If you put $1,000 in a stock, all you can lose is $1,000.
Ooh, that was some game right there. I'm gonna let y'all play that back if you want to hear it again. All right, this is Kamala Harris on stage talking about what the voting age should be. I don't know if you heard this before, but I'm gonna play it.
So I believe, Angela, you are right. I have been advocating we should lower the voting age to 16. Here's why. First of all, 16-year-olds today are inundated with so much information, so much more than most of us were when we were 16. 16-year-olds at this moment are part of Gen Z, which I love Gen Z. Gen Z, let's hear for Gen Z.
So, Kamala Harris says 16-year-olds should be able to vote. I find that very interesting. She like, man, we ain't about to get the black vote, so maybe if we lower the age 2 more years, we could get some of those Gen Zers. Man, ain't no 16-year-old even paying attention to politics like that. They on social media scrolling. What are you talking about? Come on. Just give us reparations and we'll vote for you. But you've been so... Oh, my, I don't even want to get into it. But I just thought that was crazy, y'all. She said, we need to lower the voting age to 16. If you could vote at 16, you should be able to drink at 16. Because that's a lot of power that you're giving somebody. Yeah, you're able to vote. Come on now. It don't make no sense. Come on. Kamala. Kamala, just stop. Man. Just stop. All right, next. Oh, man. So I read this. This actually from Walter Bloomberg. Came out a couple days ago. It said 3 people have died on a cruise ship in the Atlantic. 1 case of hantavirus infection has been laboratory confirmed, and there are 5 additional suspected cases. Oh man, that's the thing about them cruise ships, boy. You get 1 person sick on there, it's finna go to everybody. Damn, I thought that was crazy. All right, next, this is from Elon. He said full self-driving supervised has reached 10 billion miles, y'all. 10 billion miles. Just incredibly. And over 6 billion of those miles have been on the freeway. And over 3 billion have been in the city. So that's a lot of data, y'all. That's a lot of data. So that's why Tesla is going to be the number 1 fully autonomous, because they have the most data and they have some wonderful vehicles. All right, next we got Sam Altman. Less than 1 minute.
These models are still quite dumb relative to what they will be, but more than that, they have quite limited awareness of your life. You are still having to massage them and cajole them and try to get the thing that you want. We are no longer that far away from a model that just knows all of your context. It knows about you. It knows about your life. It knows what you're doing. It knows what you care about. It knows about the people in your life. It has access to your computer and your browser, and if you want, of course, in the ways you want. And it has access, maybe increasingly over time, to what's happening in the real world around you. That is going to be a complete change to what it feels like to use a computer and what it feels like to use AI. And I am tremendously excited about that, but I don't think even we have a good intuition yet for what that's really going to feel like. These models are still quite dumb relative to what they will be, but more than that, they have quite limited awareness of your life. You are still having to massage them.
What y'all think about that, y'all? The models, even though we like using them every single day, he said the models are still quite dumb. So let's wait till he call the models geniuses and see how much we can get done. Oh, I thought this was crazy. Next, this is Russian President Vladimir Putin has ordered a team of scientists to create the world's first anti-aging vaccine with a budget of $26 billion, y'all. $26 billion he dropping on that. Why don't all the rich people in the world drop $26 billion on it and then we just create it? Like, why not? All the richest countries in the world drop $26 billion on it. I thought that was very interesting. Next, this is from Robinhood. Every great investor started by knowing nothing. Big facts. We all started by knowing nothing, but we studied, and now we know a lot, and now we making money. All right, I got a quick clip from Trump. You know, he'll say anything. You know, he always got some jokes.
Are you considering relocating NASA's headquarters out of D.C. once the lease is up? States like Texas, Ohio, and Florida.
Well, the best man to tell you that is the man standing right over here. You heard that question? With those beautiful ears of yours? He's got great hearing, you know, he's got super hearing.
Trick of the trade, sir.
Trump said this fool got beautiful ears and he got great hearing. If you're not watching on the screen, this dude got some monster ears, bro. Some monster ears. They look crazy. And Trump said he got some beautiful ears and he got great hearing. Trump is a fool, man. He is a straight fool. All right. All right. On May 3rd, it was Sugar Ray Robinson's birthday. He would have turned 105, y'all. A lot of people saying he was the GOAT before Mayweather, y'all. Well, different era, of course. But yeah, salute Sugar Ray Robinson. All right. We got Ray Dalio right here. Got a lot of articles. Got a lot of videos today, which is unusual. I guess because I wasn't able to get to them yesterday, so it seems like a lot of videos. But hey, Ray Dalio. It's about less than 1 minute. We're talking about rates.
Almost anybody who's objective, they would say, certainly you would not cut interest rates now, okay? You will lose your credibility. The Federal Reserve would lose its credibility, particularly now, almost at any time. And so I would say, but beyond that, it's not the right way to have monetary policy, given all things considered.
Why? He should wait till when?
Well, you have a dual mandate, right? You're in a stagflationary period. We're in a stagflationary period.
You think we are?
We are certainly in a stagflationary period. Now, how that transpires has a lot of parts to it, but we certainly are in that. And if you look at monetary policies by other countries, you're not going to see them cutting. Okay, so whatever your benchmarks are, you're not going to be inclined to cut the monetary policies, not with today's information.
He said we shouldn't cut rates, y'all. I know if we cut rates, it's going to go crazy. Let me run the numbers, y'all. Oh, we got 2 cents away from the exit. Oh, my God. Actually, 1 cent away. $54.99. I should have sold that shit. I think it'll run up today, though. All right, let me run the numbers, y'all. All right, we got SPY. The market's been open for almost 30 minutes. SPY is up over 0.5% at 722.40. QQQ is up over 1%, y'all. QQQ just hit an all-time high, y'all. QQQ is now at 680.42, y'all. The VIX is consolidating around this area, 1743. NVIDIA is up fractionally at 198.70. Google's up almost 1.5% at 388.58. Apple is up almost 1% at 279. Microsoft is down over 0.5% at 410.91. Amazon is up 1.5% at 276.05. TSM is barely over break even at 402. AVGO is up 1.75% at 423.58. Meta is dropping. Well, it dropped. It's trying to recover right now. It's down 0.5% at 607.21. Tesla is up almost 1.5% at 397.65. Walmart pushing higher. It's up 1% at 131.65. And Berkshire B is barely under break even at 468.38, y'all. All right. Oh yeah, we got that data coming out. Let's check on this data, y'all. ISM Services PMI. It came out. It was forecasted at 53.7, came out at 53.6. JOLTS Job Openings forecasted at 6.86 million, came in at 6.87 million. And new home sales forecasted 652,000, came in at 682,000. Let's see how the market is reacting to this data. Check spot. Let's go on a 1 minute. It just dropped. See what we got. We are still above the pre-market high. This was the candle where it dropped. But it looks like it's not dropping. So can we keep this bullish momentum going? Let's check the Nasdaq 100. All right. Oh yeah, we hit big all-time highs, boy. At 651, we hit an all-time high again. The market is so strong right now, y'all. Oh yeah, push that thing back up. Let's go, y'all. We gonna hit 28,000 a day, y'all. We gonna hit 28,000 a day, y'all. If this data didn't push the market down, we are going to hit 28,000 a day. I need some graphics for 28,000. That's what I need to do. Let me see. Where's our other? Oh, we have 54.97. Let's get it. I already put my limit order, so as soon as it hit, it should sell automatic. But all right, let's get back to the news. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I got Mark Cuban here. Less than 1 minute. Check it out.
Rule number 4. It's got to be an email. So a lot of people ask about my daily routine, and you're going to be shocked. I look at my phone, where I'm looking at a laptop, and I'm on there 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Am I going to meetings? No. Am I taking phone calls? No. Am I going to some office somewhere? No. When I was working my way up, I always had to work to somebody else's schedule. When I finally sold my companies and had enough money to stand on my own, prior to getting an iWatch, the first thing I did was get rid of a watch. I didn't wear a watch for 30 years because I didn't want to be on anybody else's time. And now, finally, because people pretty much kiss my ass when it comes to business, I can tell them I'm doing everything via email. Period, end of story. And because of that, I can get everything done by sitting on a laptop or a phone anywhere in the world, and that works out really, really, really well.
Interesting, y'all. That's what you can do when you're free, when you own your business, and you are the CEO, CFO, founder. That's when you got freedom, y'all, when you got financial freedom. He said everybody pretty much kiss my ass whenever we talk, so as far as business. So, yeah, I'm not talking on the phone. We're not having no meetings. Send me an email, and I'll get back to you in the email. And that's it. So I can be anywhere in the world and do my job. Phenomenal. Talk about inspirational right there, y'all. Shout out Mark Cuban, y'all. Come back on Market Mondays. We ain't seen you for some years, man. Come back on Market Mondays and drop some game. I know he ain't gonna be like, yeah, that's why I don't be answering emails. Look at Mark Cuban did the same thing, y'all. I got game from Mark Cuban. He got more money than me, so that's how he running this company. That's how I'm gonna run Red Panda. Shout out Ian, man. All right, next. This is about CapEx. 2026 is the year of AI investment, where the investment cycle went parabolic. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta just updated their guidance and now plan to spend a combined $710 billion on CapEx this year, more than double what they spent last year, y'all. You think it's a bubble when they spending damn near $1 trillion, $750 billion on CapEx in 1 year? Come on, y'all. AI is the future. We are here. Let's get it. What's next? Oh, I thought this was interesting. Ford CEO Jim Farley talking about China.
We should not let them into our country because the economic impact.
He talking about the China EVs, y'all.
Manufacturing is the heart and soul of our country, and for us to lose that to those exports would be devastating for our country.
How many trips to China have you made in the past year?
I would say 6 to 7.
6 to 7?
Yes.
And what are you seeing there that we should learn from?
It's the most humbling thing I've ever seen. 70% of all EVs in the world, electric vehicles, are made in China. They have far superior in-vehicle technology. Huawei and Xiaomi are in every car.
Man, they let BYD in America. I'm about to give me a BYD, y'all. I ain't playing. All right, Tesla deuces, man. Give me that BYD, man, for 20 racks. You feel me? Ford is like, man, don't let them. It's over for Ford. It's over for all the EV companies in America if China is able to sell their EVs over here. So he like, man, we can't let it happen. Superior technology, y'all. All right, next. Amazon posted this yesterday. Amazon is opening its entire logistics network, freight, distribution, fulfillment, and parcel shipping capabilities to every business of all types and sizes, y'all. This initiative applies the AWS playbook to physical supply chains by converting Amazon's internal infrastructure into a new revenue stream, with initial clients including P&G, 3M, American Eagle, and Land's End. It creates direct competition for UPS and FedEx in third-party logistics while enabling faster, more scalable operations for diverse sectors like healthcare, automotive, manufacturing, and retail. Now, I find this very interesting because Amazon is known for taking out smaller companies, and so I think that these companies should be aware that if Amazon is able to get your logistics by letting you use their network, that they're going to take over some part of your business and they'll end up running you out of business. So they really shouldn't do it. I wonder how many companies are going to do it. But that's just my take on it. All right, next. Oh, man, this was so crazy, y'all. The GameStop CEO, Ryan Cohen, he went on CNBC, and this was a terrible Q&A here. Check it out.
I think we could start with the idea that the market cap of GameStop is, call it, $11 billion. You have $9 billion on your balance sheet. Arguably, if you're providing effectively all of your stock and then the cash that gets you to 20. You have this letter from TD. That's another 20. We're now at 40, but we're still off by, call it 16. And the 20, as far as I understand, while it's considered a highly confident letter, meaning TD saying they're highly confident that they would provide the financing, it's not locked financing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I hear you. I understand that. I'm just trying to understand where the rest of the money would come from.
It's half cash, half stock.
I hear you. I'm just saying that math doesn't get you to the price that you're offering.
So, right, and that's a pretty straightforward question. I don't get it. Like, where's the rest of the money coming from? Andrew laid it out pretty clearly.
I don't understand your question. We're offering half cash, half stock, and we have the ability to issue stock in order to get the deal done. But the full details of the offer are on our website.
This is straight comedy right here, y'all. What the hell? I'm not, bruh. If a CEO is answering questions like that, I'm definitely not investing in that company. Ain't no way. Bro, this is a simple question. How you going to be able to afford to buy this company and you ain't got the bread? Like, that was crazy, y'all. So, let's do some puts on GameStop, y'all. Because that is ridiculous. All right, next. Okay, so the Wall Street Journal came out and said, the Michael biopic needs you to forget what Michael Jackson did. Let me remind you. And then the Twitter, you know how it adds context. It says, Michael Jackson was acquitted on all child molestation charges in a 2005 criminal trial. He settled prior civil suits without admitting guilt. Allegations remain disputed and unproven in court. So what is the Wall Street Journal talking about? The FBI was following Michael Jackson for over 10 years and he was not guilty in court. If he had did anything over those 10 years when the FBI was following him, then he would have been found guilty based on evidence. So he was clearly innocent, but they still talking about what Michael Jackson did. You see, that's why you have to control media, because they can put out these articles that is just straight lies. They are really upset that this Michael Jackson film is making so much money. Who owns the Wall Street Journal? Is that Bezos? Next. No. Bezos owns the Washington Post, not the Wall Street Journal. Next. Michael Burry is selling all of his GameStop stock. GameStop stock. Hey, Michael Burry seen that interview like, what the hell is wrong with this CEO? You don't know what he's talking about. Let's get him out of here. I'm selling all that. Exactly. That's how you feel, man. Listen, you got the CEO doing interviews like that. Oh, get him out of here. Sell all the stock. We not playing. Sell it all, man. This dude, he can't answer a simple question. All right. Let's see. Next. This is from NVIDIA. AI. Wait a minute. What the heck? Hold on, y'all. What the heck? NVIDIA isn't just software. Excuse me. This is from NVIDIA. AI isn't just software. It's a 5-layer cake. Energy, chips, infrastructure, models, and applications. The countries and companies that build the full stack will define the next industrial era. And NVIDIA's big dog. All right, I thought this was interesting. This is from the China Post. China has unveiled the Kai robot designed to replace a nanny, a housekeeper, and a courier. Its price is expected to be around 20,000 USD, which is 136,000 won. It will be mass produced. It will have a built-in neural network as one of the key features, allowing the robot to learn new tasks during operation without requiring separate updates, y'all. We in the future. China's in the lead. They need to make the Kai robot fight the Optimus robot. I have seen some robot boxing matches in China. All right, next. Also, Spirit Airlines went out of business, closed down, stopped all operations. So as soon as that happened, Delta Airlines said they will no longer offer free snacks or drinks on all flights starting in 2 weeks, May 19th. All flights that are under 350 miles, no snacks, no drinks. Unless you are in a certain tier. But if you just got the basic flight, no snacks, no drinks. Meanwhile, CEO Ed Baston received $27 million in 2024, y'all. That's cold-blooded. They're like, oh, Spirit out of here? Chop it down. We're not giving free drinks and snacks no more. That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. Next, Browns QB Shedeur Sanders has graduated college with a degree in sociology and a 3.9 GPA while playing in the NFL, y'all. Shout out Shedeur, man. That's dope. That's dope, man. We're not just athletes out here. We're getting our education, too. Shout out Dion, man. Shout out Shedeur. That's dope. Next, this is from Stock Talk on Twitter. He said, buy right and sit tight is the only way you'll ever consistently get multi-baggers in stocks. Cost basis advantage allows you to focus on higher time frames and endure volatility. You don't get rich in the markets by clicking a lot of buttons. The big money is made in waiting, y'all. Shout out Stock Talk, man. He definitely been calling some home runs, y'all. All right, next. Oh, man, this is so crazy, y'all. It's so crazy. So this is from TrendSpider. So if you invested $26,882 in SanDisk 1 year ago, how much money would you have? You'd be a millionaire, y'all. A millionaire, y'all? From 26 bands? Basically 27 bands? Oh my God. Be a millionaire off 27 bands. Talk about parabolic. Just incredible, y'all. Just incredible. Damn. Woo. Just an incredible run, y'all. All right, next. Yesterday, Cathie Woods and ARK Invest bought 72,000 shares of Shopify. And also last week, they bought hella shares of Amazon and Google, even though they was at all-time highs. So I guess sometimes it is okay to buy at all-time highs because these hedge funds be doing it. And they got more insider information than we got. All right, next. The U.S. state of New Mexico asked a judge to declare Meta a public nuisance. Order the company to pay $3.7 billion and overhaul its Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp platforms to protect young users. Ooh, they not playing with Meta, boy. They not playing with Meta at all.
And things like infinite. Today was the start of what's expected to be a 3-week bench trial before a judge in Santa Fe, New Mexico, over claims that the Attorney General brought against Meta, alleging that the company misrepresented the safety of its platforms and actually facilitated child sex exploitation on the platforms. Separately, he also alleged that the company created a public nuisance, which is the focus of the trial that began today. In this situation, they're saying that it's youth mental health in the state, that the state is experiencing a crisis of mental health with teens and young people, and that Meta was really the cause of it. He's talking specifically about Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. And one of the number one things he's seeking is age verification to end things like infinite scroll and autoplay, which the state has argued contribute to addictive behaviors in children. And then he's also asking that Meta change its algorithm to improve the safety of the content that's presented to young users.
Ooh, I ain't gonna play the whole thing. It's about 1 more minute. But you get it. They trying to sue Meta for some billions and get them to change all the apps. So I'm pretty sure they're just gonna settle out of court for hundreds of millions. All right. Next we got this from Yahoo Finance. How quickly can a business generate $1 million in net profit? Who's big dog? Google. 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Every 3 minutes and 59 seconds, Google earns $1 million in net profit. Next, we have NVIDIA, 4 minutes and 23 seconds. Microsoft, 5 minutes, 10 seconds. Apple, 5 minutes, 36 seconds. Amazon, 6 minutes, 46 seconds. Berkshire B, 7 minutes. Well, Berkshire Hathaway, 7 minutes, 51 seconds. Meta, 8 minutes, 42 seconds. JP Morgan, 8 minutes, 59 seconds. TSM, 9 minutes and 31 seconds. Damn. $1 million in net profit in less than 10 minutes, all those companies. And Google, less than 4 minutes. Just incredible. Just incredible companies. Hope you're invested in some of those. All right, next, Coinbase to cut 14% of its staff over impact of AI in volatile markets. Damn. Yeah. AI firms agree to give the United States early access to evaluate their AI models. SpaceX owned XAI, Google, and Microsoft have all agreed to give the U.S. government early access to their artificial intelligence models to access the system's capabilities and help improve their security before the technology is released to the public. I'm sure they was doing that anyway. With agreements, the AI developer joined OpenAI and Anthropic in allowing pre-release reviews of their models by the U.S. Commerce Department Center for AI Standards and Innovation. Ooh. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow in the pre-market.
It don't happen overnight, and there's going to be moments when it's really, really frustrating, and there's going to be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're going to take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work, appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do here on $1 Trillion Tickers. We show up every day. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.